Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today we've got a game between Starlord and nOtoRioUsPiG on Darkness Sanctuary. In the top right-hand corner, it is the red Zerg player, Starlord. And in the bottom right-hand corner, the blue Terran player, nOtoRioUsPiG, representing Legacy with a tree in his spinning logo, which is pretty neat. Alrighty then, so this is on Darkness Sanctuary, one of the new maps in the map pool. I upped the brightness because this map is very, very dark. And somebody said last week that my videos are darker than usual compared to other YouTube casters. So I figured, I'll bump up the gamma, which makes it brighter. And hopefully you can see things because I can as well. Alright, so this is a High Masters game that I found on ggtracker.com. Yeah, 3 Gs for some reason. It used to be GG Tracker, but then it changed for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but there were some good replays on new maps between high-level players, and I said, I need these. I need these for my subs, and I got them. I got them right for y'all, and it was good. It was a good thing. So this drone is scouting, just trying to see exactly what's going on in here inside nOtoRioUsPiG's base. Nothing much. It is a command center first build, though, so a little bit cheeky here from nOtoRioUsPiG, although it is a 4-player map, and it is huge. Look how big this thing is. Ginormous. You got these little cooling towers you can knock down all over the place. What is that? 8 separate cooling towers? Yes, indeed, there are. One's on like a watchtower right in the middle with a very cool looking kind of a Protoss symbol. Something in particular there I'm not recognizing. Whoa, he brought another drone over to do this. Whoa, Starlord. All right, man. Gonna get some fighting here. Gonna kill any SCVs? No. Because SCVs win in a straight-up fight against drones just because they don't have any health regen. Oh, threw down the cheese spray. That's funny. And then the drones decide, we're going to go out. We're going to leave. That barracks is finishing. There will be something out to kill us eventually. Time to go. Ah, and a forward hatch being thrown down by Starlord. I was going to say, anybody that has 2 workers at your base at this stage of the game, someone's going to throw down a proxy something, or already did. Entirely possibly. So proxy hatch here. There's already a natural back home for the Zerg player. So nothing too nuts there. But yeah, I wonder what this is going to be. It could be forward spine crawlers. It could be a lot of stuff. It's a little bit far away from this front ramp. You can just barely see it. Just barely see it. So it's going to be hard to spread creep here. But creep does spread pretty quickly. So in the long run, I think it's going to be okay. We got double barracks just pumping Marines as nOtoRioUsPiG trying to wall off here a little bit. Man, a Link Flood would just kill him, though. He has no wall. He just has the one bunker. He's not even walled off at the top of his ramp. But he feels confident enough that whatever the heck Starlord throws his way, he'll be fine with. Speaking of which, Starlord is not going for a third base. Well, I mean, other than this one, right? He does have the third base and the hatch up front, but otherwise, I don't see any sign of a third base from the Starlord. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't see any higher tech. I don't see a lair. I don't see it. He's just really probably focused on this thing down here, making a queen and getting an overlord. Surprisingly enough, I'd expect maybe a drone to throw down a spine crawler or something, but no. I mean, nOtoRioUsPiG is really far away from getting tanks. If you were to push... Oh, there's a factory. So factory on the way, but still pretty far away. If you were to push here with some spine crawlers and knock down this wall and get a flood of lings behind it, you'd be in a good spot. But there's a third base coming up for Starlord. Up and just across the top of the map here. So that is a really wide ramp to defend. Plus your third base is kind of hard to defend too, with big old wide ramps coming into that one too. I guess you can knock down this cooling tower and afford a little bit more protection for it, but this one have one? Yeah, this one has the cooling tower too. So wherever you decide to take your third base, you have some options for some kind of safety. Alright, Terran player, do you see the creep yet? Let's take a look. No, it's dead close though. There it is. Creep's there. Okay, let's see how long it takes him to figure it out. Let's watch him for a second. Running around, getting his marine count up real nice, getting a starport now at about the 4.5 minute mark. And is he getting a... Oh, he's getting a reactor on his factory, so no tanks. Man, a spine crawler rush would be great. So he sees the Ling. There's that creep right up here, man. You seeing it? You seeing this creep? Ah, now he sees the creep. He was sending an SCV out to scout. And he said, oh, there's creep. What? And he goes right on in. Gets killed by some Zerglings. And then says, well, I'm aware. Spreading creep up to this third base is actually pretty smart, too. Although, again, nOtoRioUsPiG could just take this third instead. He doesn't have to expand here at all. But wow, just droning up pretty hard. Starlord's up 52 to 40 harvesters. It's almost like this is a decoy. It's almost like he threw up this hatchery to freak out the Terran player while he drones up back home, assuming that Starlord is going to be aggressive with it, but there's nothing here. There's no spines, there's no spores. There's a handful of Zerglings, but, I mean, nothing that you couldn't have done 3 minutes ago with a handful of Zerglings, you know what I mean? Baneling Nest is almost done back home. Maybe a bit of a forward Baneling bust, but I just don't see it working. Another SCV tries to scout here. Can't quite see everything that's going on, but sees everything but a creep tumor, basically. I love the Overlord spread that Starlord is tossing up down this direction. Here come the Marines and the new Marauders, though. So new Marauders involved in this game. For the new patch, where they do extra damage. 20 damage versus armor, plus they scale so much better with upgrades. Killing that queen. Yeah, I don't think Starlord's really going to make any effort to stop this from going down. He's got 10 lings in production, but that's not enough. So yeah, he's going to lose this forward hatch. The creep is really, really annoying here. I'm sure nOtoRioUsPiG would like to kill it immediately, and he's going to get most of it. That was a really good scan, actually. Can he get this one too? Wow, all of them but this one. He just missed this one. That was right on the edge of the scan. Gonna try to kill these here larvae, which will take some time, but we'll get there eventually. And there you go. So as far as you know, everything's gone except for there's one tumor, which is so darn annoying. Oh, double expanding as Starlord. Okay. So behind this, after losing his forward hatchery, he decides it's time to double expand. So he's got 1, and he's got 2, and he's 3, triple expanding. All right, man. He feels like a quadruple expand is the way to go. Because he's, what? 2, 3. How does he have 4 hatches in production? Where's the 4th one? Oh, and a macro hatch. Wow. Starlord's making 4 hatches at the same time at the 7-minute mark. This is insanity. I guess maybe this is something you can kind of do if you're on a huge 4-player map as you have the time, but wow, dude. All right. I love, again, the Overlord spread is just catching all of this. I don't think there's any way that Starlord hasn't seen some indication there's drops coming. He can't really protect all of his bases, though, but I think he can afford to drop some, is the thing, because he has so many. Yeah, holding this on like a watchtower, too. Yeah, vision's just been fantastic for Starlord to this point. He's going for Burrow. He's going for centrifugal hooks. He's getting +2 melee attack, too. And, alright, Queen Ling gonna be able to handle this pretty well. Yeah, he knew this was coming. And Banelings, and, drops a couple units into the Banelings to trade them. And try to keep this medevac alive, but it is so low on HP right now. It does get picked out. Nice target firing by the Queen, but there's nobody else here to help. Okay, some Lings do come in for the reinforcements. And this medevac ends up with a Marauder to its name. Meanwhile, this drop was trying to come, but actually got distracted by this hatchery. Wait, why is there a base up here? And then decides to take it out. This medevac trying to get home. Nope. Falls into the water. Ouch. Explodes and then falls into the water. Hatch ends up falling here for Starlord. We'll call this the 4th base, and this is the 5th base, and this is the 6th base down here. It's really hard when people simultaneously expand to multiple places at once, because then it's like, whose base was that? What number was that one? Either way, small group of Marines against Zerglings that do have the +1/+1, while the Marines are sitting on no upgrades except for combat shield and stim, so it's not like they're horribly not upgraded, but no +1, no +1 at all. Meanwhile, Banelings rolling in. Hold on, did we miss a Baneling roll in? I feel like we did. We were distracted by these guys doing stuff, and apparently nOtoRioUsPiG was also distracted, because holy smokes! Banelings! Oh, and the follow-up Burrow here. 16 SCVs going down. A push up here from nOtoRioUsPiG into the 6th base location of Starlord. Enough Lings do come in. Some drones do get picked off, though. 1, rather. And then you pick up a drop inside the main base. You can kind of abuse this. If you force a cancel on that 4th base again, he did. He did. That drop is still back there. This multitasking that nOtoRioUsPiG is pretty great. Pretty darn great. Queen does get picked off here. Doesn't have quite the units to make this thing happen. nOtoRioUsPiG does not, but maybe he drops back down here to the 6th base. Good pull by the drones, though. Keeping them alive. And these burrowed Banelings are just biding their time. There's 3 of them in here. They've got the +2 attack. This is going to be real bad for nOtoRioUsPiG sooner rather than later. Alright, so small hit squad of Lings with +2 attack, and some banelings here to protect this 4th base location. 5th base is still up. I don't think nOtoRioUsPiG knows about it. He does not. He does not know this exists, which is kind of hilarious. So a lot of Lings and Banes and a Hive on the way, and it's continuing to get these melee upgrades. I just can't see how this isn't going to be Ultras for Starlord. I don't know. I mean, it can't just be Ling Bane forever, can it? Ling Bane Queen is good in the early game, but the longer this goes on, the upgrades scale, and I don't know. This 6th base is under attack. There are a tank back here, kind of 3 tanks. Not all of them can hit it, I don't think, but the hatch ends up going down anyway. Drones running for their lives. Banelings, oh, they did their thing. They did their thing. Some Lings sneaking on this little path. Tank firing. There's the Banelings. They come up. Did they manage to take down this tank? Yes, they do manage to take down the tank and a couple Marines here too, but enough Marines defending to finally finish it off. But more SCVs getting killed there. 27 total. Got our drop set up here. Drop inside the main base, trying to do some stuff. The Queens focus down the medevac Queens. There we go. For a second, do manage to focus down the medevac and make sure the Marines are not being healed up anymore. So it's 145 to 135 supply. 76 to 46 harvesters. This 3rd base has just been cursed for nOtoRioUsPiG. I did forget to mention there's these little backdoor pathways you can take between bases. That is a major problem. Lings running on top of all of these Marines and these tanks here. Can they get the tank? They get the tank, but reinforcing units once again cleaning them out. Small victory for nOtoRioUsPiG, though. He has lost a couple tanks here. 5 tanks have gone down. This medevac is trying to kill this 4th base again. Have you still not scouted this thing? Nope, still doesn't know that base is up there. So Starlord replaces his 6th base immediately. He is back up to his 6 bases. And just trying to hold on to a 3rd here in nOtoRioUsPiG. It's just not going very well for him. The upgrade timing hasn't been great. He's working on +2, but still sitting on, yeah, the +1 armor, which is not ideal. Baneling exploding on, I think, a single Marine there. Not the best when it comes to cost efficiency. And alright, Marine trying to come into this 4th base again, but this time Starlord is ready for you. Got some good Baneling hits off. And then killed you. Oh, is he going to scout the 5th? Ooh, he caught. Hang on. He sees it now. Catching some Spore Crawler hits, and there's some Lings ready for you. He just wants to just do a quick flyover. Just a quick flyover. See what's going on here, and by golly, there's an entire base. Kill them. Kill the drones. 8 drones, 9 drones, 10 drones have been killed in this game so far. Lings checking to see, is there a 4th base per chance? No. Not yet, but there is an outline of one possibly going to land here fairly soon. Yeah, Drop trying to do stuff at this 5th base location. It's just not working out super well. Not super well. Lings. No, the door's open. Oh, closing the door at just the last second. nOtoRioUsPiG. Still, some of these units out here are going to die. As a result, picking off another tank. The number of Lings that have killed tanks in this game is way too high. The number of tanks that have gone down to Lings in this game is way too high. Alright, it's still Ling Bane. I mean, there's a Spire. I think I saw a Spire. Yeah, there's a Spire for Starlord. He just hasn't done anything with it to this point. He's not going Mutiling Ling. He doesn't have any Corruptors either. He's been able to do so well with just Ling Bane. Okay, 5 Corruptors on the way with +3/+3 coming in for those Lings and Banes. So, okay, Ling Bane Corruptor is actually not too bad. It's the strategy you can use to win, especially if the Terran's not upgrading particularly well. As we're seeing here, these guys sitting on their +2/+1, which is good, but not great. Good, not great. Great positioning, though, back here. Might kill this 7th base attempt, and the 4th base under assault. Once again, 2 Lings going to shut that down, though. Pretty darn amazingly, the 7th base does end up falling for the Starlord. A lot of medevacs and units just kind of sitting in the middle of the map here for some reason. And Spore Crawler hitting that medevac. Pull it out. A lot of drones dying in the process, though. 20 drones have gone down, but guess who's at the front door? More Lings and Banelings. This time the front door is open, actually killing that bunker. I have to assume Lings rolling into the 3rd base. Good split on the units here from Starlord. Yeah, taking out the natural base and the 3rd base at effectively the same time. There is a bunker here. Oh, there's SCVs in the bunker. It's like, why is the bunker not helping? Because there's no Marines in there, as it turns out. So the Lings having a wonderful time. Baneling gonna, okay, 1 SCV. Could have got a nice hit right about there, but decided not to. And cleaning out the infestation in the natural base, too, is nOtoRioUsPiG as he comes home to try to save it. Dropping and killing the 5th base, though, is nOtoRioUsPiG. A lot of hatcheries have died. 6 hatcheries have died so far, but guess who still has 6? Starlord. Starlord does, man. He is the expansion king for this current of the channel so far, I'd have to say. Aw, full medevac. Avert your eyes, children. Avert your eyes. 48 lings in production. 9 banelings in here, too. nOtoRioUsPiG sitting on 15 SCVs. I don't know if he could do this, man. He has a pretty darn scary army. If we look at army supply, it is 7,000 for the Zerg and 7,000 for the Terrans, so we're pretty even that way. Liberators, too. If there were no Corruptors, Starlord would be in a lot of trouble. I just can't shake the feeling like the Marines should have +3/+3 right now, but they don't. I'm not sure that they can. 4th base under assault again, but guess who's up here? Lings and Banes into the main base of nOtoRioUsPiG. He needs to do stuff with these units. I just don't know if it's going to happen here. There's just too much red all over his stuff. His 3rd base explodes in a shower of green. Okay, pushing up into the 3rd here is our Terran player, setting up some defender mode circles too, but he doesn't have anything to stop the ravaging of his own main base. And I guess he's making a tank, but it's not going to be enough. There's Lings right on top of that. That hatch does end up falling. Corruptors trying to come from the backside and take down those Liberators. Is it going to be enough? Not really. The Liberators fighting for their own lives there too. And the Marines on the ground making a big difference. Baneling killing a Marine. Factory directly on fire. Marines trying to drop at the 7th base of Starlord, getting cleaned up there. Here's the big engagement though. Lings and Banes rolling in. Everything on the ground dies. It doesn't matter what is left. nOtoRioUsPiG taps on out, and Starlord is victorious. I'll let you do your thing. And Starlord has left the game. All right. So, wow. That was a really, really long time of Ling and Baneling, yo. But in the end, he made it work. And that final engagement, let's watch that again. So he slowly pushes up here. He does take down the hatchery. Oh, we went too far, I think. And then the Corruptors come through the backside. And they get chased away. Yeah, and here we go. Oh, the defender mode circles weren't up on the rest of this ground stuff. They set up here, but not here. Yeah, and by the time they tried, it was too late. All right, so good game. Good game. Here on the new map, Darkness Sanctuary. It is a huge map. It is a fun map. It's got some crazy backdoor stuff you need to worry about there, too. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin, coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void on new map, Darkness Sanctuary. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.